hope you focus. We hope you're ready to ask us questions, because there is a point to this. The point is what's going on in the world today. Do you know? There's a lot of this stuff going on in the world today, and we're trying to figure out how to change the discourse, how to change the relationships in our communities, how to focus on and address hate, prejudice, homophobia, xenophobia, all of the anti-othering. We want to talk about that. Does it happen in your school? Does it happen in your life, in your community? Anybody online here, do you ever see any cyberbullying going on? Those are the things I want you to think about as you watch this play. Because guys, the reason my sister died, my uncles and aunts and grandparents, was because they were Jewish. That's it. My sister was 3. She was Jewish. And so she was murdered. That's the point of this story. See you after the play.
Already I had been here for 2 years, 4 months, and 16 days. Even so, I remember that particular day vividly. All of Theresienstadt was preparing to make a propaganda film. The Nazis would title it, "Hitler Gives the Jews a City," but we called it The Great Big Lie. Healthy Danish prisoners arrived that morning to be actors in the film. That same day, thousands of sick and dying Jews were taken away on that very same transport, number 6429. Where were they going? No one knew for sure. Most of them were accomplished musicians brought here to play Verdi's most beloved requiem for Adolf Eichmann and other SS officers. On that day, the International Red Cross was coming to hear Verdi's requiem and to inspect Theresienstadt. I could hardly believe it. Those angels of mercy, the Red Cross, were coming here to Camp Theresienstadt hell. Surely they would see us children starving and living in filth. Then they would know the truth and we'd be free. Surely. Each day, train number 6429 arrived full, cramping us all inside the walls of this little fortress. But on that day, 2,000 souls vanished. I heard they were going to the east to be relocated, somewhere in Poland. Later, I learned it was a place of no return. They called it Auschwitz, the death camp.
What are you looking at? Musicians, at least 100 of them. Tell me, we're useless musicians. Just what are they going to eat? I'm surprised, Corinna. Something you don't know? Frau Hopps must have told you. They're here to play music for us. Verdi's requiem. How fitting. Music for the dead. There'll be some very important people coming here. Just think it's our first big cultural event in Terezin. I'll bet there's more to it than that. Anyway, I'm sure Frau Hopps will save you a front row seat, my dear. But you know that no one tells you anything. I keep my eyes and ears open, little Frau Hopps. Yesterday, in the latrine line, I heard Commandant Rom say that we need to clean up this raffle for inspection. How rude. He calls our home sweet home a raffle. Give me that. Can't do anything right. Did you hear them yesterday? The crying, the screaming. They moved 3,000 people from the hospital into the attic. No windows, no air. I can see I'm breaking your heart. You have to speak up, Miriam. I can't hear you. And now the hospital is going to be converted into a concert hall for the requiem. Just imagine it. Our visitors will come and observe us. All of us mice in our newly painted cages, listening to Verdi and eating chocolates. And of course, we'll be on our best behavior. And Herr Eichmann will boast, "Why, Commandant Rom? What a fine job you've done here in Camp Paradise. They're living better than the rest of us in these difficult times. Leave it to the Jews. They'll always end up on top. You're so full of it. Why don't you just shut up?" And you know what I'll tell them? Our visitors. The Terezin is this luxury resort, restricted to only wealthy, privileged Jews. Don't start that again. I think they actually believe it themselves. I wonder if Frau Hopst ever hears you talk like this. Why don't you just bring your complaints to her? Why don't I have you for that? I'd be careful of my criticisms, my dear. The walls have ears, and Frau Hopst is just on the other side. Yeah, won't come shit! Where'd you get that lipstick? It's a present from Frau Hopst. A present? Sure, and just what did you do to get it? She just likes me, that's all. She just likes you, sure. Just get away from that bed. You don't sleep with somebody special, just like I am. He thought he was somebody special, just like you. And you're going to end up just like him. Don't you dare say his name. You have no rights. Rights? You want to talk about rights in here? Now you listen to me, Miss Rembrandt. Your rights are clearly stated in the regulations of Camp Theresienstadt. I hope you bothered to read them, and you'll follow them just like everyone else. You're no exception. I wonder if Frau Hopst would think this is so funny. What are they waiting for? Don't they know I'm hungry now? What are they waiting for? Don't they know I'm hungry now? Ignorant child, lucky to wake up at all. Spoiled rotten, the both of you.
I'm still hungry. Stop it, Corinne. You get more food than any of us. You don't have the right to make fun of Celia.
Well, everyone knows about their rights today. Don't touch Corinne! Wild animal! Never seen a potato before? Don't touch!
Stop it, Corinne. You always get the most. Tomorrow I'm getting the bucket. What do you understand? I don't start anything out too early. In my opinion, if I could sleep just 30 minutes longer each day, the amount of energy that I take could be used for more work. For instance, yesterday when I was cleaning the hospital, I was very tired. But with just a little bit more sleep, I could...
Shut up! Talk stupid all the time. Stop it, Rachel. Rachel, anything but stupid.
She doesn't bother me, Sarah.
Good for you.
I've made up my mind. From now on, I'm going to look on the bright side. For one thing, it's always warmer here than it was at home. There it always snowed and snowed, never just rained like here.
Yeah. Idiot. Nobody cares.
Let her talk, Corinna. Go ahead, Rachel. I'm listening. It would snow all day. And when the snow melted, our cellar flooded. Remember Celia, Mom would say, "Get the buckets, Rachel, or we'll be swimming it over our heads."
Oh, yeah.
And then one day, I found the most delicate little bird in our cellar.
Oh, yes, I remember. He was so cute.
He was chirping and flapping his wings, desperately trying to ground. I think he was trying to do the brush trick. And so, I tried home, and I invited him upstairs for dinner, and he said, "Yes, chirping as long as you deaf? I said shut up! I think maybe I can keep him because he chirped too much. Chirp, chirp."
Empty. That was fast, huh? Wonder how many potatoes one person could eat in a day.
I think probably about potatoes on a day, maybe even 3. Let's see. If we ate 36 potatoes and 20 radishes, we would have eaten a total of...
Said shut up! Idiot. It takes one to know one. You're trying to hurt my feelings. Feelings, Miss Commandant, are for human beings. Train.
Oh! Look at all those people getting off the train. They're all bald. Even the ladies, they look like hard-boiled eggs.
I've never seen that before. Mom, they have any hair? Keep asking questions and they'll take your hair too. Stop it, Corinna. They just had lice, so they shaved it off. Are they gonna take my hair too? Let me see, Rachel!
Don't push. Look there at the first clock. Number 6429. All those people getting off the train, there's so many of them. They're packed in there like sardines, like us. Remember, Celia?
Yeah. I wonder if they know where they are. I wonder if they know where they're going. Don't start that again. What did you say? No.
Look, they have numbers on their arms. How did they do that?
You talking to both get numbered.
How did they put the numbers on? Did they paint them on?
No, you fool, it would come off when you watch. That is, if you ever watch.
She's not a fool, Corinna. How did they do it, Rachel?
Why doesn't somebody ask me?
How?
Frau Hotz told me. She tells me everything, sure for a price. As I was saying, she says it's like a tattoo. They burn the numbers you are burn those hates!
That must hurt a lot.
How else would they keep track of you?
Look at all those people pushing and shoving just to get something to eat. They're just like us.
Just like you and Celia.
Sometimes you have to push, like we did on the streetcar back home. Remember, Rachel?
Look over there at the gates. They're marching somewhere, and they're carrying shovels. Why do they have shovels? Are they going to work?
Maybe they're going to work, like you said.
Or maybe they're going on a hiking trip like that one time that Papa took us.
Oh,
With
yeah.
shovels, Rachel?
Well, maybe they're
Going to bury themselves.
What? What do you mean?
I'm sorry, nothing really. There she goes again, as if she knows anything. Then why don't you tell us, since you seem to know so much? If you insist. You know how they converted the concert hall, the hospital to a concert hall? And that building over there into a cafe? Well, I know it's because they're going to make a movie here tomorrow. And that they sent Danish Jews to be in it because they look so healthy. That's why I'm going to be in the movie also. The Red Cross people will finally see that it's not so bad here. And the movie will be called Theresienstadt, Hitler's Gift to the Jews. And every movie house in the world will see it. Frau Hotz says we'll finally prove just how good you Jews have it. That's what I thought. And thank you, Fraulein Hotz. You don't know anything. Stop trying to convince them that you do.
The train's leaving. So many people. Only old ones, though.
No, there are children in that last car.
Where are they going? It really doesn't matter, Rachel. Maybe they're going home. Really?
Maybe they'll leave and never come back. Just the same working for us anyway. Red Sentence Commissioning!
Frau Hotz, Rachel Langer, water, please.
Frau Hotz, Celia Langer, more potatoes, please.
Always wants more. Frau Hotz, Miriam Fisher. Celia. Celia. Celia.
Hello. I'm Celia. I like your hat. What's your name? I'll take that, thank you.
Answer me! Speak when you're spoken! Give me that! Here we have one Aaron Shapiro and one Leah Petro, aged 8, Danish Jew, mother and father Hella and Henry Petro, mother Jewish, father Christian. Well, then you're not really a Jew, are you? I bet you're not Jewish! Answer me! I'm not talking to you! I'm a Jew! I'm not interested in you, but you!
She can't hear you. She can't hear anyone.
Attention, Fraulein Dummy and Herr Imbecile. We have rules here in Terezin. We had an almost perfect record until one Chaim Landau disobeyed the order of the Third Reich. He was sent far, far away. And now, we're back to normal. Here are the rules of Block 22 by the order of Commandant Brahm and me. Every morning we get at reveille, not before or after. We make our beds, then stand in formation like so. All might hurt. We salute no one. For now, you will stand at the end of the line. Is that clear? Perfectly clear. If not, punishment to be very severe.
Already went through this once today. If you don't mind, we'd like to find somewhere to rest. Please do not sit over there.
Yes, I do, and I don't get comfortable. There must have been some mistake. The little girl will stay with us, no doubt, and they'll come for you shortly. You'll go to the men's barracks, block 12. As I was saying, every morning we get up at reveille. When you hear the siren,
With you, I said she
when you hear the siren, wait for permission to eat. Here is the food bucket. Sorry, wrong bucket. This one's for emergencies. Do something that later, another siren tells us we can either choose potatoes to eat or water with which to bathe. One, and only one, each day. There are some of us who never bathe. As Frau Hawks tells us, cleanliness is next to godliness. And here are pencil, crayons, and paper you are permitted to use. All artwork must be approved by Frau Brandeis, which I will collect at the end of each day. Is that clear? Perfectly clear? If not, the punishment could be very severe. I will eat your own business. Don't mind her. She's quite the imagination. Is it all right for me to speak with her?
Yes, but she can't hear you.
It's all right. Hello, little one. Would you like to come over there and sit with me? Don't be afraid. Here, play, sit here. Sweet little bear you have. It's all right. Your name is Leia? You really can't hear me, can you? What's your last name again?
Petro. We came with her family on the train. Her mother said that she has a fever as a baby. Now she can't hear a thing.
In a way, she's lucky. She says a lot with her eyes. Oh, you're a pretty little girl, aren't you? You're no special case here, little fat one.
What's her problem?
She's a legend in her own mind, and that's all.
Sounds like you're the real expert here.
I can tell you this much. When they call your number, go immediately. Don't wait. You can either get extra food or use the latrine when you hear the first roll call. Eat first, and then use the bucket. And don't be shy. It's too late for that. And eat every morsel because there's nothing until tomorrow.
I understand. Really not that hungry. Anyways, it's not so bad here. Suppose I can get used to anything. Do you know what date it is? A Monday or Tuesday?
I don't even know the month. I've lost track. But I marked lines on the floor here.
How long have you been here?
A lifetime? It just feels that way, I guess. Let's see, it's been exactly 821 days since I first got here. Chaim and I were on the same transport. And every day is the same. I guess that's all I really need to know. Anyway, over there, that's Rachel and Celia.
Hello.
And you've already had the pleasure of Corinna.
Hello.
This is the girls' barracks. I don't know how they made this mistake with you.
But instead, 22. It's block 22.
That's right, that's where you are. Let's see here, on your papers it says block 12.
There was so much confusion on the platform. Leia was upset and her father told me to look after her.
They'll come back for you.
What's her name?
Miriam. Miriam Fisher.
Aaron Shapiro.
I know. I overheard the interrogation.
So, where are you sleeping?
Over there? This is not a hotel. You are not a guest.
That's not what I meant.
Then say what you mean. Look, Terezin is not the holiday health spa they told you it was. It's a lie. This is all we have. Keep clean. You don't ever want to get sick here. That building over there used to be a hospital, and then yesterday it was converted into a concert hall for the Requiem. So you're out of luck if you catch a cold. Or worse. Anyway, there's not much else to show you. Like a bathtub or a tea room. Oh, one more thing. After food, we begin our work for the day. Cleaning the latrines, trash, or whatever else they tell us to do. We work for maybe 10 or so hours, and then it's back to bed, and starts all over again the next day. Welcome home. Welcome to Camp Paradise. That's a nice sweater. So your parents paid a lot of money to come here?
Yes. Didn't yours?
No. Hey, Celia.
Yeah?
Do you want some food?
Yes! No, Celia, what are you doing?
Come on out.
Celia, stop.
No, come on. Want food?
Yes.
Okay.
Get down, come down.
Try your dolly. Let me see your dollars first, so I'll give you
No,
some.
Celia.
Shut up! We're gonna take your dolly for a walk. What's her name?
Celia?
How original. We're gonna take Celia for a walk. She's walking in a field, and she's looking at all the fluffy clouds, and it's so pretty. But she should really watch her as she's walking. Because she's not paying attention. She's looking at the clouds. And there's a cliff coming. What? And she doesn't look. What? And she keeps walking, and she falls, and she dies! What is wrong? No, it's broken.
I can fix it.
Okay.
I told you not to go up there.
But I'm so hungry.
Alright, just don't cry.
Did I say you could get used to anything? It's the Requiem. It's an incredible composition. It's a masterpiece. My father plays first-seat violin in the orchestra,
If I'm lucky, I'll
and
hear
Mary's father's in the cello. Performing soon, just think. Verdi's Requiem right here. Raphael Schachter will conduct, and he's incredible. It'll be an amazing concert. Look, I'm a musician. I get excited about these things. I understand the importance of music.
the importance of music. You weren't listening, were you? The hospital is now a concert hall, so the sick can just drop dead for all you care. And they're dying like flies here every single day.
I didn't know that.
I just told you, weren't you listening?
Look, everyone gets by any way that they can. My father plays the violin, and I play the piano. We're both still alive. That's all I need to know.
So, Maestro, are they rolling in your piano at any moment?
I don't like the way you say this.
I say what I think, get used to it. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Tell her, it's just getting good. Stay
I
out
got
of
business.
Hey, Miriam, look at this. We just drew it.
That's nice, Rachel, but I think it's upside down. Oh.
See, this is Mama, Papa, and this is me and Rachel.
And that was our dog, Lucky.
Are your parents here too? I said, are your parents here too?
No.
That's too bad. I'm sorry.
Can I speak with her again?
Hello, Leia.
Would you like to come with me again? Now, I want to call you something special. Because you're a very special little girl. Let's see. Yes, of course. Malenki. You look so much like her. She's cute and little, just like you. Papa used to call Inga Malenki because she was such a tiny girl with long braids down to here. She was my friend. My very best friend. I know you would like her. I'm positive she's still as short as you are. How would you like to be my new little friend, Malenki? If only she knew the honor! Stop. You're no special case here, Miss Barry Baldwin. Some of the rules I'll be forced to tell grandmas, and the punishment will be very severe. Stop! Rachel, the trains are leaving again.
How did it fit so many stops?
Can you see how many cars there are this time, Rachel?
Looks like 10. Maybe 12. Let me see. Bring it to let me in.
200 to a car, maybe more. 2,000 people a train, 2 trains a day, that's 4,000 people.
Nobody's pushing it, Shonda. It's just not enough room. It must be so hard to breathe all stuck together like that. Do you know where we're going?
Why doesn't somebody ask me?
It must be so hot in those trains.
It's even hotter where they're going.
How do you know?
I just do. Yesterday in the latrine line, I heard Frau Hotz tell a woman if she didn't move faster, she'd be sent to Auschwitz.
Which isn't that far from here.
Randy, why do you always try to scare them?
What's Auschwitz?
Auschwitz, you dumb girl.
I'm not dumb, stupid. Or an idiot colonel. Good for you, sir.
I know exactly what it is. Frau Hotz says it's a place with these big ovens. Bigger than you've ever seen before. It's very hot inside these ovens. She calls it the final solution to an old problem.
What problem?
The Jewish problem.
I said stop it!
That's where they send old, useless people and naughty children. And I'm not old or naughty, and my father's not even Jewish!
You are a crazy and mean little girl.
What do they do with the people when they get there? Do they bake things in the ovens?
No, they probably make bricks there, Celia. I should have thought of that sooner. Bricks for new buildings to keep all the people in.
Oh, that makes sense, Rachel.
Do they bake things? No, they make bricks. Stupid know-nothings. When you get there, they put you in 2 lines. One for old useless people and naughty children, and the other.
Rachel Landau. Celia Landau. Immediately. Corinna Sanders.
What about the rest
Rachel
of us?
Landau.
You forgot Leia
And
Petro and Mary
Celia
Fisher.
Landau.
It's better not to mention you yet. I'll be next. Hopefully.
What are you drawing?
A field?
It's going to be in the field.
I don't know. Maybe some cows? And a girl with long, beautiful hair.
Is the girl someone you know?
A girl named Inga.
So, who's Inga?
Just a friend. No, not really. She was my friend once.
Is she in Terezin too?
Not likely. She's not one of us. Do you ever draw?
Excuse me?
Like to draw? Pictures or anything?
Not really. I was never really good at art. I'm a musician. Like my father and my grandfather. You're not impressed, I can tell. Okay, well listen to this. My father won first seat violins 3 years in a row.
That's,
Hey, that's great honor, right?
really? That's very impressive. What about you? Where do you sit in the orchestra?
Sit. They won't even let me stand with them. But I practice all the time. Maybe someday I'll write my own symphony. Anything's possible, really. So was Inga a friend or not? Can't be both.
Yes, you can. Look, drawing is easy. Anyone can do it, really.
What do you now?
Just work with it, simple like that. Now, the girl in the field, in the picture, is going to be running with her hair streaming behind her. The sun is blazing hot. Now, what color would you like to make her hair?
I don't know. Red, yellows, you know, the right answer? Some sort of trick question?
Of course not. Make it any color you want. Any answer's right, Matt.
We'll make it, brown. Light brown. Not so bad, huh?
Not bad at all.
So why are you drawing pictures of Ada if she's really not?
Look, she was my very best friend of all time friends. Please just leave it at that.
Of course, no talking. So does she like to draw too? Or
Yes. We used to spend all our extra money on colored pencils and paint. Inga's mother said we were foolish with our money with the war coming on and all, but that last spring was so beautiful that we painted a picture of everything in sight. Once we made a long mural of the ground from memory. Used up our blue pencils to the nub. It's an amazing long river, right?
did you give it a special name?
What?
Your picture.
Oh yes, we called it the rippled rhyme. Papa liked it so much he hung it over the pickled tongues in our butcher shop.
Disgusting.
No, really, it was good.
The pickled tongues?
No, silly, the picture. Glad you voted Papa could have it. He voted on everything and always promised to share. So why don't you like to draw?
I don't know. Just don't really know how. So did you get to say goodbye to your friend?
No. I saw her and talked to her, but we didn't say goodbye.
Oh. Why not?
On the day of deportation, they came into our town at sunrise. We decided not to run anywhere, just to stay together. Mama was very ill, so we said we should hide somewhere. So immediately I thought of Inga. I ran up the stairs to ask her to help us, to hide us, anything. I knocked on her door for a long time, and no one answered. Suddenly, there was a loud commotion down on the street. There were SS men with swastika armbands and machine guns dragging people onto trucks. I saw my Uncle Samick argue with one of the SS, and they hit him in the head with their guns. Then my cousin Avram tried to help his father, and they shot him until he stopped moving. And my Aunt Esther begged them to shoot her also, but they wouldn't. Then I knew it was too late for us. Still, I knocked on Inga's door again and again. I was sure she would help us if she only knew. And still no one came to the door. I called to her, Inga! Inga, it's me, Miriam! Hurry up, open the door! There's no time left! Hurry! For God's sake, Inga, open the door! Finally, she opened it. Just a little crack. And answered with cold, empty eyes. Go away. Can't you hear? Mother says it's too dangerous talking to your kind today. So go away and leave us alone. You Jews are just trouble. Then she closed the door. Then they came for us. I ran into the attic and found a steamer trunk and got inside. I didn't know what else to do. I heard them breaking down our door, dragging my sister Hannah. She was screaming for Papa. And so was I, without making a sound. Suddenly I heard a dog barking and the lid flew open. 2 SS men dragged me by my hair down the stairs into the trucks. I tried to see Papa, to find him in the crowd, but I couldn't. And the trucks pulled away. I only wanted to say goodbye. Oh, Papa!
Can you hear them? That's the orchestra practicing. My father must be in there. Leia's father too. The requiem is going to be magnificent. I forget how lucky I am sometimes to have my parents here with me. I don't know what I would do if I lost them.
We saw her. My good friend, Inga. Once more, just as the trucks pulled away. She was standing on the steps of our house where we used to play. She was holding my colored pencils and my favorite China doll. She was smiling. Not a nice smile. Then she waved goodbye.
Who's this?
That's Chaim. Used to sit next to each other in Frau Brandeis' art class.
Where did he go?
On the train with the others.
When do you feel like drawing? How do you know what to draw?
I don't know. Sometimes it's the things you see or it's something you feel. Why?
I don't know, I don't really think I've seen enough to put on paper.
Yes, you have. Look, if you can tell me what you think you see, I'll put it on paper. So I'll be doing the drawing for you, but it'll come from your imagination. Does that make sense?
Not really, but I can try it anyways.
Okay. What would you like to draw?
Let's, I don't know. Hey, how about a picture of you?
Me?
Yes, you.
No, not me. I can't see myself. I've forgotten what I look like and I haven't seen a mirror in 2 years.
I can be your mirror.
Really, this is stupid.
Thanks a lot.
It's not stupid. It's just not possible.
You said anything.
All right, I'll let you be my mirror.
Great. So where do I start with my picture?
Begin with my head.
Okay, let's see. It's fairly large for a girl's head.
Well, if you're just going to criticize...
How big average is? But, your nose is nice.
Well, hold on a minute. I'm still on my big head. I'll probably run out of paper. What does a nice nose look like anyways?
A nice nose is a nose that you don't notice too much. You have to notice for a hawk's nose, it's all big, you know. Your eyes are pretty, you can't really see them. They're very nice and big, so they fit your big head.
Thank you. You're doing just fine.
Your hair is brown, it's fairly straight. Yeah, put that in the picture. Not such a bad artist after all. Huh?
Not bad at all. But your picture is still missing lips.
Yeah, right. Lips. They seem to be very nice lips, but what to say about lips?
What's to know? Everyone has lips.
Do you know you're beautiful?
Oh! Okay. Want some food? Tell me I'll give you some food.
What a song.
Miriam Fisher.
Wait a minute. You forgot Leia. Leia Patrol, she's new.
Miriam Fisher. Immediately.
But you forgot Leia. She's new. She hasn't eaten today.
What about Leia?
I've had enough of you. Please, that's a mistake. What about Leia? Maybe if you said Fraulein Tubby, she'd hear you.
Better go before they change their minds.
Look, I'll bring back what I can and we can share it.
If there's anything left over, just hurry.
We'll manage.
Oh, it's okay, Lily. She'll be back soon. It's alright. It's okay, she'll be back soon. It's fine, don't cry. Let's look at one of your drawings. What's this? It's a box? Oh no, it has wheels. It's a train. Of course it's a train. So sorry, Leia, it's supposed to be so scared.
Oh, it's too terrible. You're lucky I can't tell you.
Okay, I think I've grabbed enough for all three of us to just eat it fast, okay? Against the rules, you can't do that. You need it so hot, real hot, it hasn't eaten today. You're... Aaron, she took my drawings. She took my pictures.
What pictures?
Miriam.
Miriam, what's going to happen? Probably, maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe she won't do anything at all.
Miriam Fisher, immediately! Miriam Fisher, immediately!
Frau Pops wants to see your masterpieces in person. Time to explain. It's too good. It's perfect.
You bitch!
What did you say?
I said you bitch! I hate you! Is that you playing, Father? You're in fine form today. You all sound so perfect. So clear. Papa, can you hear me? I met a girl today, and her name is Miriam. She's beautiful, just like Mama. If she could come to the house for some Shabbos dinner when we all get out of here, I know you would like her. She's an amazing artist, just like you, Papa. Right now, she's in a lot of trouble. Yes, that's true for all of us, though, right? I miss you. I miss you and Mama. I miss everything. I miss my room and my piano. Maybe school a little. Mama, when will this be over? Can you help me? Tell me that we're going to be able to make it out of here. We can go home. The Requiem is beautiful. I hear you. I've heard you playing all day. I know it's you and Mr. Petro. Tell him that I'm taking good care of Leia. When will I see you again? It's only been one day, and I don't know how much longer I can wait.
Miriam?
Mary, are you okay?
Miriam, what happened? Why did it take so long?
Mary, what happened?
Did they hurt your hand?
How did they do it, Miriam? How will be able to break from now on?
Mary, please. What happened?
They can't let us live. But they won't let us die. Not yet. Not before the concert. We'll put on a good show for our visitors as if nothing bad ever happens here. Grandpa Pop saw the pictures that I drew of her with the devil horns and dragon head, and she demanded, which hand is responsible for such trash? This one? Or this one? And she beat me with a stick again and again. Punishment must fit the time.
Shut up! When those people come to hear the Requiem, I'll run out and they'll tell them what's happening, what's really going on, and then just send help. Yes, of course, we wouldn't want to help the kids in trouble. They just don't know what's going on, or they'd be here by now.
And they'll send you away just like I am. You play the piano, you're not a hero, so just forget it.
I'm a human being. Rachel and Celia, Leia, they're just kids. They need help. We all need help. I don't know what to do. There's got to be something to do. Help! I'm not just gonna sit here and die. I don't know what to do.
Well, I do. I need you to write a letter for me.
A letter? What for?
Just do it. You'll understand soon. Write this. On our boulevard floor. Summer, 1944. Lock number 22, Teresienstadt. My name is Miriam Fisher. I am 16 years old. I was brought here to this concentration camp as a prisoner in April of 1942. I was separated from my family on that day. I have no idea where they were taken or why I am a prisoner here. Are you getting this?
Yes, slow down.
Mostly wealthy people are able to pay their way into this so-called holiday health spa. There are 60,000 people living in this very small ghetto. There are 5 other children living here with me. The conditions are deplorable. We are in living hell. We have very little food or water. There are lice, rats, we have no one.
I can't write that fast. Okay, go on.
Many people have died of hunger, pneumonia, or suicide. We don't know what will become of us. The punishment for insubordination is deportation to Auschwitz. There, they send men, women, and children into gas chambers and cremate them.
Someone's coming! From Hops! From Hops, is that you? I'll try. It's alright now.
Go on. I know about Auschwitz because my friend, Chaim Landau, overheard 2 SS guards discussing it. They caught him outside after curfew and they sent him there. They threatened all of us with severe punishment. I was beaten today. My right hand was smashed and my wrist was broken because they found my drawings, which show how horrible it is here.
Hurry up, Miriam. It's almost time to the trains.
Is that all? Whoever's going to read this.
No, that's not all. Write this. If you should find this letter someday, you must tell someone about us. Please, before it's too late. We want to go home to our families. We want our lives back. Please, remember us. Alright, I'll fold it up and give it to me. Maybe someone will find it someday and the lie will be over. We need to have some fun. It's gotten too serious in here. Come on. Play a game, sing a song, or something. Hey Celia, you remember the song we learned in Hebrew school? That's right, I knew you knew it. Come on, a little louder. That's better, good, louder. Do you remember the dance song with it?
Oh yeah.
Melech Israel. Hi, hi, Mikhail. David Melech Israel. Hi, hi, Mikhail.
Yes!
Hi, hi, Mikhail. David Melech Israel. Hi, hi, Mikhail. David Melech Israel. Hi, hi, Mikhail. David Melech Israel. Hi, hi. I know another game. It's like follow the leader. Come on, it's easy. I promise. Now I'm the leader, and the leader says, "Come on, I swear, I'm the leader. Everything the leader says it does, you will do." Now, take the formation like so. You two will both be in my army. Now, stand the formation like so. Quiet! I am the leader. I own each and every one of you. You will, as the leader says, or you will die! I am the ruler of Block 22. I own each and every one of you. I am your master. Now, stand up straight, soldiers. Where is your pride? Feel important. You are all in my army. Now, we'll take these shovels, and you will go to the fields, and you will march. We'll pretend you are prisoners, and you will march to the fields, and you will dig. I said march! March 2, 3, march 2, 3, faster! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now halt! Now dig! I said dig! Dig faster! Faster! Halt! Now get into the holes. Why do I want to go home? I said get in the holes! That's deep enough for you! That's deep enough for me! Now get up! I said stand up! I am the ruler of Block 22. I own all of you. You will pay tribute to me. You will sing to me. Deutschland, Deutschland.
Attention, Transport number 6029 has arrived on platform 2. Collect your things. Take all personal belongings. Have your papers ready and in order. You will board transport number 6429 immediately. I repeat, collect your things immediately for transport.
Don't forget to film it. Okay, you forgot. I'll do the most.
We're going home! We're going home!
What are you waiting for? An invitation? Come on, let's go.
Rojas! Rojas, you promised! You promised me! Rojas! Can you hear me? It's me, Corinna Sanders! Did everything you asked. You said I could stay with you! My father, he's a good Christian man. I'm not one of them! I'm not Jewish, I'm not! Don't! Just go, I'm not one of you.
Come on, Mary. It's time to go.
Please. Please, I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
That was the last time I saw my friends. When we arrived at Auschwitz that night, they were sent to the disrobing center. There, they collected people's belongings and marked off their numbers as they stepped into the gas chamber. I was sent to Birkenau, the labor camp. Because, and only because, I was lucky, I survived. 8 months later, I was freed by the Russian army. From the Red Cross, I learned that I was the only survivor of my entire family. And of the 15,000 children who entered Theresienstadt, only 100 survived. I am one of them.
You know, I've seen this play for over 54 years. We've done it every year for 54 years. This is one of the strongest performances I've ever seen. Give them another. Very well. Are you here? You're in the booth. Come on. We're inviting people who've been in the show to. How did you get here so fast? That was amazing. That's. I think what I have to do is ask 4 people to stand up. and you know who you are. For the people, you're one of them, you're one of them, you're one. Of these 4 people, and they'll tell you who they are later, today was their first performance. So let's just have everybody introduce themselves and tell you how long they've done the show, and perhaps later we'll talk about why they do the show, but let's just start. What part?
Hi, Marielle. Sorry. I got here to Triton. I'm a freshman. I've been doing Terezin for 5 years. I've played like Leia for a long time, Celia, and then now I'm playing Corinna. So, yeah.
Starting on Sunday is her first rehearsal for the role of Corinna.
My name is Kate Spencer. I have been rehearsing the show since last summer, and I'm playing the part of Rachel.
Hello, my name is Helen Ober. I go to Newburyport Knock Middle School, and I have been also doing this play since last summer.
Hi everyone, my name is Wade Turner. I'm 17. I'm a junior at Georgetown High School. I've been doing the show for about 4.5 years. I started initially as the role of, the male role of Rachel. I played Ruben, but this performance I was Aaron.
My name is Caitlin Miller.
How old are you?
10. I go to the Moreland Upper Elementary School, and I've been rehearsing this play since the summer.
Oh, me. I'm Josh. I was tech and I understudied Aaron.
My name's Callie Sicard. I'm a junior at Triton. I play Corinna, and I've been in this for, I think, 4 months?
4 months.
I'm Heidi. I'm a junior here. I'm a junior here, and I've been doing this show for a year.
So we'll just get right to, I think one more applause. You guys are a really good audience. Give yourselves a hand. Okay, so not everybody has to answer this question, but if you really have an urgent need, why do you do the show? In terms of all this, these guys give up Sundays, Saturdays, I don't know how many days to rehearse this, when they could have their normal teenage life of just going out and being with their friends and having a good time. And they hang out at the Holocaust, they study the Holocaust, they do a lot of preparation. Why do you do this? Anybody want to answer that?
I think a big part of being in Terezin is the whole anti-hate part of it. And I think hate is so current in the world. I see it everywhere. I've been a part of it on every single side. And I feel people don't realize the meaning of the things they say and how it can affect people. Especially playing Corinna, where I am awful to everyone. Because you have to think and be in her mindset and really realize the effects of the things you can say can have on other people. That's it.
I do the show because Josh Soros told me, hey Heidi, you should audition for this. And told me nothing about what it was. So I went in and I was like, oh, this is not Annie. And I feel like a lot of shows like Annie or Into the Woods, the audience leaves smiling. And I don't think the audience should leave smiling. I think
we should leave all thinking about what we can do to change the world and make it better. And if we can change just one person's mind in the audience, I think we've done our job. I did a play one because I love acting, but also there's a secondary element to it of, in the Holocaust, especially in history books, you see the number of, 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust. But I feel like when I get up on here and I do this play, I feel like I'm speaking for them. One of those 6 million had a life. They had a favorite food. They had a favorite color. They had something. They were someone. And I feel like getting up here and being able to show that, I feel like it's the most powerful thing in acting that I could do, and I really love doing it.
Well, remember how hard it was for you to decide to do it?
Yes, it was very hard for me to decide to do this because my teachers told me that I should do it. So I went and I auditioned, but actually first I went and I saw the play, and Anna came up to me and went, "Hi, oh, you're an actress." And I was like, "Yeah, I am. How did you know?" And I guess she just knew. But then I auditioned, and wait, no, we're not at that part yet. Oh, the night before the audition, I sent Anna an email that was like, "Hey, Anna, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to be able to come to auditions. I have so much that's going on with homework and other theater things." And I was like, "So I'm not going to come to audition." But then I came to audition because I was like, "I'm going to get that." So then I went and I auditioned. And I'm so happy that I did because as an actress, this has been the most wonderful thing that I've ever been a part of theater-wise. And it has also, as a person, I feel like we all have that need you want someone to remember what you said, and I feel like that's how the kids felt. They wanted someone to remember them. And it feels really, it feels like I'm giving that to them, like Anna's giving that to them when she wrote Terezin, and I feel like I just feel really lucky to be a part of that, so.
So the reason Anna wrote this play in the first place was because she was in Germany.
This would be museum in Cincinnati.
Museum in Cincinnati. Totally close. And so it was a Holocaust museum, and she ended up going in. She didn't really have anything to do. She's like, I'm just going to go on in and, just wait, spend a couple hours doing that. And there she found a letter that was written by Chaim Landau, who this is the reason, he's the reason that this play was written and the reason it's gone on for more than 50 years. And when Miriam's writing in her letter and she says, "Please remember us," that is all Chaim. That's what he wrote. And Anna started writing the play at that museum. She went to the director and she was like, "Do you have something?" Because she kind of got an idea because she was in college and she had to be writing that for your thesis, yeah. And then she got it, and sorry. Any of you know me know I can't form sentences. Yeah. So then she gave it to the director. Sorry. Okay.
Gave it to my teacher.
Gave it to your teacher, and when you were at the museum, you could only write it on brown paper bags, which, they didn't have any other materials, and that's what you wrote it on and it actually was kind of fitting because that's what they would have used in the Holocaust. That's what they had to draw on. And then she ended up bringing it to her teacher, and it's gone on. Yep, 54 years. Yep.
His letter is exactly what she says. And it says, if you should, what's the last few words? Because it says what he wrote. He wrote that.
You should find the let it someday. We must tell someone about us. Please, before it's too late. We want to go home to our families. We want our lives back. Please, remember us.
Those are his words. Remember us, and he was 14, and he died in Auschwitz a year later at age 15. And I just felt he was talking to somebody, and it might as well be me. And the letters were in the concentration camp where the kids hid them. And if you remember, she puts the letter under a box and says, maybe someone will find this one day and the lie will be over. And I like to think I found it and the lie is over. And you all know the truth by watching this play. And I just want to ask if there's anybody else who has to say why you do this play. And I'm kind of curious about you, Caitlin, because you're youngest. Are you having fun yet?
My best friend Hannah, my best friend Hannah DeSimone called me and she said, "Hi, do you want to be in a play?" And I said, "Sure. What's the play?" And she said, "Tarzan." So I came into this play thinking it was Tarzan. And,
Tarzan?
yeah.
I never knew that. That's great. Okay. Well, thank you for coming.
I do the show. I've done the show for, like I said, like 4 years. I was asked by one of my friends who's in college, who had been in the show and had been directing for a little while. She asked me if I wanted to be in it. I auditioned, and I watched the movie. There's a movie, Terezin.org. If you look it up, you'll find it. I watched the movie and I was like, I have to do this show. Like, this is number one. The playwriting is incredible. Props to Anna. It's a great show, great storyline. And I started getting bullied when I was in, it was around the 3rd grade. And I've put up with it a lot. It's around stop now. Up until last year, it was pretty bad. Even doing it at my own show, doing the show at my own school, we brought Terezin to my school, and I changed my clothes, and I went backstage after the show. My clothes were in the toilet. My shoes were stolen. All of my stuff, urinated on. Like, it's kind of been an issue almost everywhere I go. I tried transferring it to Central Catholic earlier this year, and it didn't work out. There's issues there as well. So I've realized there's really a lot of hate kind of everywhere, whether it be anti-Semitism, whether it be bullying, stuff like that. I think it's a great show to do, to send a message and talk to people about things like this, things like the Holocaust, because if we don't talk about it, then it'll happen again. So that's me. That's why I do the show. Thank you, Anna.
I think we're ready if you have, Kate, if I can introduce you, please. This is Kate, who has also directed this play. Let's give her a hand for that.
So yes, I'm Kate Doyen. I've been working on the show since the summer, pretty much. I teach 6th and 7th grade English in Beverly. And I do this show because I feel a profound responsibility to make a positive impact on the world. And the best way that I can see myself doing that is through my education that I offer, and my art. And this is the best combination of both of those. So I have a couple of questions for you, and then I believe some of you have a couple of questions for us. So we pull that up. Okay. So please raise your hand if you yourself have ever been bullied or witnessed bullying. Okay, feel free to look around. Okay, thank you. Does anyone here feel comfortable explaining what being a bystander is?
Don't be shy back there. Anybody want to say what?
Bystander. I feel like it was mentioned in your introduction.
Here's somebody.
Oh.
Being a bystander is seeing someone being bullied or someone having hate towards them, and then them just like not doing anything and just witnessing it and not standing up for what's right.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's a great explanation. Thank you. So, yeah, you observe it, and I'm sure all of us have seen something, and you can't always do something because of your own safety. So we have compassion for people who are bystanders. Now, what about being an upstander?
Has anybody witnessed anyone standing up for somebody else that's in trouble? Have you seen it or even done it yourself? Would you
Yeah, you can raise your hand.
Did you see someone help somebody else who's being bullied?
Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what being an upstander is. It's taking action, right? Okay. So now I have a few questions about the performance. So what is something that you observed during this performance? One thing that you saw. You can call it.
Maybe created a question for you. I don't know if you can hear you. Could you talk as loud as possible?
The psychological effect it had on people when they were in it, they were it, because that feeling, like how you showed it, so it's really good. It's the psychological feeling of it, just how it absolutely everybody in this room.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah. So the psychological impact of these conditions, it had a different impact on every single person, right? They all handled it slightly differently, as we all would, right? Because we're all individuals. Anything else that you observed?
Or wonder about? Could be a question for us.
I just thought the emotion was really raw and really, really impressive. I love so many of these people, and they really killed it today. It was beautiful. The emotion was so strong.
Absolutely, yeah. You can give them a round of applause. Okay, so yes, my last question really was, what are you wondering? What are you left questioning at the end of this performance? Other than what that sounds about.
You have a question about, can I ask you about yourself? Do you have a question about Corinna at all? About why she does or what? Anyway, do you have any question about Corinna and why she does what she does? Or do you have an opinion about it? About why she does what she does? Thank you. Here's somebody. Here's somebody. We can run it. That can talk loudly, okay? Talk loud. I don't know. I can talk loud. What?
It's not going to go that far.
It's not hard. Yes,
Lexi, you go ahead.
It's okay. Good.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
I can project. It's okay. So Corinna is the only one who lived, right? Like she stuck up so she would live, right? I'm not.
That's not why she lived.
Oh.
But that was her promise. Frau House promised her if she betrayed everybody, she would be okay. She told her that.
So she just survived by luck.
Sort of. Yeah. I'm so glad you asked that question because Corinna's my mother. Thank you for saying, oh. Yeah, she's my mother. And her role in Auschwitz was called a capo. You can look it up, K-A-P-O. And it was people who were Jews who wanted to stay alive, and all they had to do was, betray their fellow inmates, steal their food, turn them in, all that stuff. And they could stay alive. My mother was 15 and scared and hungry and all of that. And so my question to you is, since you were curious, was it okay what she did?
I don't blame her.
You don't blame her?
No, if you're in a terrible situation like that, you're trying to look out
Did you hear what she said? You're terrified, you don't think it's your fault, you're scared, and you do what you have to do to stay alive. This is the question I ask the kids. How many of you think you would be Miriam? Raise your hand. Act the way she did, taking care of the younger kids, trying to stay alive that way. It's okay if you think that's you. That's all right. How many of you think you could be Corinna? Thank you for your honesty. Interesting, isn't it? I think it's called survival. And how many of us have ever experienced anything even close to this? Nobody, really. So we don't know what she would have done otherwise. I think of Corinna as a victim. My mother was a victim. She was deported when she was 14. She was a victim. And had she not done what she did, guess who wouldn't be here? Me. So isn't it tough to judge? Especially for me to judge. And I did for a long time when I found out. Real quick, I went to a survivors convention at the Hyatt in Washington, D.C. in the 80s. And I went with my little boy, who's now 50, and I went with my sister, brother, and my mother. And we're standing at the hotel, and there's computers of people looking for anybody who survived from their town. And you can put the town in and all that. And we were there for the same reason, looking for people who may have lived. And these two women came over to my mom and said, are you, in Polish, said, are you Helena Langer? And my mother looked at them, didn't recognize them. She said, yes. And one of them punched her in the face, and she fell. And the other one turned to me and said, is that your mother? I went, yes. Step back. And she said, I feel sorry for you. And they walked away. They were in her bunk at Auschwitz. It kind of proves to me what my mother might have done in the Holocaust. Again, blame her? Tough, isn't it? It's tough. Any other questions about the violence? Is there another way we could have handled it? You know how they always say to you, try using your words? Yeah.
I don't need a mic. I don't.
Okay. Loud on camp, please.
Yeah, I was just wondering, your mother, Corinna, in her later years, how did she, psychologically, she went through a lot when she was in those camps. And
She was horrible. She was abusive.
Really?
Oh, really? My brother's in a mental hospital because of his experience with her. She was horrible. She learned from the best. You know, the end of the play, the Deutschland über alles, and everybody walking around, I am your master, you do what I do. That's what a dictator does to people. They listen to the dictator and then they do what the dictator tells them to do. And in that way they can stay alive. That's what bullies do. If you don't do what I say, you're going to get hurt. So do what I say. That's what a bully does. And so people, like those two young girls, just did what she said. They were scared of her. And whenever you see that in your school, in your world, anywhere, pay attention to that. Because you've got to be on the other side of that. You've got to be on the side of right and not wrong. Because bullying, in my opinion, it's the only moral thing I'm going to say, bullying is wrong. It's a choice you don't have to make. There's no reason to hurt another person at all. There's just no reason, no good reason to do it. And the only thing we have, if you've ever watched Mr. Rogers on TV, the only thing we have, another choice, is decency, is doing the right thing. Everybody here knows the difference, right? Right? Wrong? You know when you see wrong, you know when you see right. Choose well, because who your friends are, who you hang with, how you act in the world will always catch up with you. Someone will remember you at the Hyatt Regency 30 years later and come up and punch you in the face to let you know how you made them feel 30 years ago. People don't forget, do they? Ever. So do the right thing. Make the right choice. Pick the right friends. Feel good about being nice. Feel good about it. That's what I'm here to tell you. And that's what I want you to leave remembering. Being nice is cool.
Yeah. So I go here to try, and so they already cast, Honor had casted the role before, like for the cast for Terezin for this school, like just by chance. And so like I wasn't able to be in it, but I was like, can I please do tech and the talkback? And she's like, yeah, sure. And the reason I wanted to do this was so I could talk to all of you, because I go here so I know, like, you know, things that people, you know, wouldn't as much if they went, you know, if they didn't go here. And like something I see a lot is like there's saying something directly mean and then, you know, not realizing how harmful it can be and stuff. But then there's also like these smaller jokes that like we think are funny but aren't like the actual reasons for them. Like I hear a lot of the time, you know, oh, go kill yourself, like jokes about sexual assault and like disabilities, and like the list goes on. And those jokes are not funny. Those have a really big meaning. And we forget that, and you know, it's like, oh, well, we know it's serious, but we're not, like, it's promoting the fact that those things aren't light, but they're not. And the reason, so backing up, the reason I did this play was my family was in the Holocaust. I'm Jewish, and a lot of my family died in the Holocaust. I basically have no relatives because of it. And ever since I started this play, I've always found as many names as I can, and I keep them in my coat pocket when I'm doing the show, and I even have them in my pocket now even though I'm not performing. But just, like, yes. Yeah.
Let's give her a hand. Marielle did the show in New York, which was a great honor for us. We were at the Tank Theater. It's off Broadway a year ago. And she did it. And you did it, Wade. Anybody else up here went to New York? Okay. And little Hannah, your friend, who we introduced you, answered the question, is anybody Jewish in the show? And does it help to be Jewish to do this play? And Hannah said, at the time she was 8, we don't have to be Jewish to do this play, just human. So I think I want to leave it there. Everybody here, you're just human. We're just human. We're all just trying to get along and be in the world together, live in one small planet out of respect to each other. And that's all we're asking for you to think about today. Also, we're Terezin.org. You can always, Terezin, Terezin.org. You can write us and we'll answer your questions about this. And thank you again for being a fabulous audience. Thanks.